And a very good evening. Welcome to Lang Park. This is the grand final of the Winfield State League for 1984, and I think we could quite safely say, Mick, the two form teams of the Brisbane Rugby League competition, South and Wynnum-Manly, taking part in the battle here tonight.
Yes, you could say that, Bill, and isn't it marvellous to see that the weather's fine, and we could say after the Prime Minister's Cup the track's good this evening, and this is just what we really needed to see the best of these two teams.
Been to the races, have we?
Well, it's down in our area. We have to give it a plug.
OK, let's have a look at the teams for the match. There's Southern Suburbs coming onto the field, led by Bruce Astle, their lock forward and captain. The teams as follows. Let's have a look at Souths firstly. And we have a fullback, of course, of Gary Belcher. On the wings, Phil Beavers and Steve Underwood. Peter Jackson and Mal Meninga in the centres. Bruce Harry is 5'8", and Brad Sully, the halfback. The lock forward is Bruce Astle. In the second row is Ash Lumbey and Bob Lindner. And the front row is made up of Bob Kellaway, Eddie Muller, and Mark Meskel comes into the front row in place of Adrian Higgs. What a Manly lineup is a pretty solid one too. The fullback is Colin Scott. The wingers are Terry Butler and Warren Green. In the centres, Gene Miles and Brett French. The 5'8" is Wally Lewis, and the halfback Peter Dawes. Lock forward is Brian Waltz. In the second row, it's Mal Green and Greg Dowling. And the front row is Tony Kajewski, David Green and Gary Coyne. The last time these two teams met was in the Woolies pre-season, and Souths won that match by 18 points to 11. A very, very vocal crowd out here tonight, Michael.
Yeah, it's a very good crowd too, considering we're going live to the people, Bill. A marvellous crowd. And that's a pretty formidable-looking Wynnum-Manly pack when you look at it, isn't it?
It sure is. I tell you what, it's not a bad backline. There he is, checking with both captains now. Wynnum-Manly coming from the northern end of the ground. There's the whistle, and away they go. Wally Lewis puts it into motion. And the ball will carry down to Gary Belcher, and Belcher up to about 20 metres out from his own line. First tackle of the match, and they mean business. In goes Green. We know his style, Mick. There's only one way he likes to play it. That's rough and tough. Mal Meninga with it, right on the quarter line. Out to play it, Eddie Muller, the dummy half. And they work the line side. That's Meskel. 3 Wynnum-Manly players going in to make sure of the tackle. $12,000 for the winner here tonight. That's Bruce Astle. Had the ball ripped out of his hands, did he? Oh, yes, it is. And a penalty. Penalty, Southern Suburbs.
Quite interesting to note the different style of play this evening from South. Belcher received it from the kick-off. Last week we saw him put it straight downfield. Not tonight. He decided.
Doors over to Dowling. Dowling charging up towards the quarter line. Sully underneath. Other tackler there is Bruce Harry. Back to Scott, getting well and truly involved in the match tonight. Gene Miles, well and truly wrapped up, thinking about getting that pass away, but deciding not to. Green, Lewis, back over to Dawes. Dawes sneaking his way through, dodging, weaving. No points on the board as yet, and 5.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Back over to Colin Scott, outside to Miles. Miles cutting back inside. He's over for the first try of the match. Dean Miles is in. Wynnum lead by 4-0, and
so we're controlling the ball well and doing everything with, a sense of purpose.
There's a conversion by Warren Green. So it's 6 points to 0, Wynnum leading. And it was always going to be touch and go in my book. So here's Belcher with it now, coming up to close to the quarter time. Jackson gets it away to Underwood. Underwood away from the tackle of Green. Doesn't get away from the next one, though. And Wally Lewis, the man on the job. And there's the quarter-time hooter, but a penalty coming up to Southern Suburbs. Head-high tackle, says referee, against Gene Miles.
Here it is on the NEC replay. Yes, meant business, no doubt about it. The left hand even closed.
Weekend fixtures, of course, we're back to normal next week. No more double headers or things. And we have the Winfield Cup matches next weekend on Saturday night at 7 o'clock at Purtell Park. Wynnum-Manly play Wests. Sunday matches all at 3 o'clock. Brothers and East at Langlands Park. Norths and Redcliffe at Bishop Park. And Souths and Valleys at Lang Park. Here's the kick for goal, and it is successful. So it's 8 points to 0. Wynnum-Manly lead. Ash Lumbey. That's why we're talking about weekend fixtures, Mick. Our match of the day, NEC big game, will go to air this Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Just note that early time, 6 o'clock from now on. Following Eyewitness News at 5:30. So you get an hour and a half of Brisbane Rugby League on Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Final tackle. Harry back over to Meninga. Over the top. Eventually to Beavers. who then puts the boot underneath it. Goes nice and high. Very high. Bounces away from Belcher. Belcher will get it though. Belcher's in for the try. Wow. I don't think Wynnum can quite believe it.
That's their first disappointing lull in defence.
Here's the head on now. So high was that one that we have to wait for it to come back in a vision. There it goes now. And straight through was Belcher. Colin Scott out after him, but he's in for the try. So, Southern Suburbs back into it when they looked as though they was their second rower in Dowling, but he seems to be okay again. That's him about to play the ball now. Green back over to Gene Miles. Miles around the corner nicely to Coyne. Coyne up to the halfway mark. Can he link up with Terry Butler? He can, but Beavers is there and he gets the ball. Good work.
Great break from Wynnum-Manly. And this fellow, Coyne, is playing well and has a dash of speed, as you can see. He spread-eagled them. It's just unfortunate Beavers put himself in between Butler and Coyne.
And in the subsequent attempt, here he is on his way. This one will be away to the right-hand side of the uprights, taken back there by Beavers. Beavers going to run it out, and it's half-time here at Lang Park, and at the half-time break, there's a lead for Wynnum-Manly over Souths of 10 points to 4. The big one, Queensland and New South Wales. By the way, the 4X dancing girls will be here too, Mick.
That will be interesting.
And the other interesting aspect for you is the First Division Royal Australian Artillery Band will be performing. So now, let's see what happens in the football action as we get ready for the third
finicking going on there.
Lewis. Gene Miles pushed away a couple. Here he goes, up over the halfway. Sends it over the top of this. Beavers in front of Butler again. So now it's Dawes taking it out, gets it away to Lewis, then on to Colin Scott. Scott put down by Bruce Harry. Dawes over to Lewis. Lewis away to Brett French. French almost through. Knocked over some 5 metres down. He'll play it. Away from dummy half, David Green. Head down. Now Gene Miles, he's going to have a go. He's over the line. Could he get it down? I'd say he has. Gomasall in there. Awards a try. Wynnum-Manly in for try number 2. Nowhere near it. I was fully expecting him to drop in there because we know how powerful he is close to the touchline. Conversion successful. 16 points to 4. Wynnum leading in the final of the Winfield State.
They still haven't moved the ball wide, South.
French over then to Jackson, outside to Meninga. Meninga sent it back to Jackson. Jackson in turn got it on to Belcher. Belcher some 8 metres out now from the Wynnum-Manly line. Meninga from dummy half. Over to Grenke. Final tackle. Muller. Back to who? French. French puts up the bomb. Charging through as Lindner. The ball bounces. And it's a try. Yes, Belcher the fullback scores the try.
And that's the most disinterested looking try I've ever seen in my life. Belcher was not real interested in doing anything about it. There weren't too many South players. He just followed it for something to follow. Have a look at this on the NEC replay.
Yes, you'll see it come back now to French. French puts it up. Lindner was flying through out after it. You can see Belcher back where he is. Boom, the ball rolled loose and Belcher said, hello, I'll have this, and it's a 16 to 8 is now 16 points to 10. 16 to 10 and 15 minutes remaining in the match. Get away, but he'd lost the ball by that stage. Wynnum-Manly lost it. South picked it up and he's offside. Penalty now to Wynnum.
Yes, playing the advantage was Mr. Gomasall, and he did just that. But the team to come unstuck was Southern Suburbs.
Here it is again.
Touched by Wynnum-Manly. It's kick by Belcher, and Kellaway said, well, I'll have to have that. But unfortunately, it didn't come off a Wynnum boot, it came off a South boot.
4 minutes remaining in the match, the final of the Winfield State League. And it looks like Wynnum-Manly can look forward to that $12,000 check for the winner, $4,000 for Souths. Dawes back over there to Green. Green charging up to 10 metres out here, Mick. I don't suppose that would go astray, but they're not going to. That's Bullock.
I'd say Wally's thinking about it. That'd fix it right up. Here it is.
Back over to Lewis. There's the drop shot at goal, and that seals it up because it's over. 17 points to 10. So into the final minute, David Green is through the gap and is over for the try. Green in for another one. Coming into full time. Here it is again.
And that was well done from Green. That's the one that put the nail in the coffin. And South, every time they play Wynnum-Manly for the rest of the season, will think about that one, because it wasn't luck. It was great play from Wynnum-Manly, and they've sealed South's doom tonight.
There it is, Green across field and in for the try. And gives Wynnum a lead of 21 points to 10. With the kick just to come. And there's Des Morris, quite happy down there in the Wynnum-Manly dugout. And here's the full-time hooter. Warren Green is yet to kick the goal. But it's all over, and full marks to Wynnum-Manly. A great performance from them tonight.
So, I'm sorry, Bill. Yes, it has been. And here comes Green on his way in.
And he is going to miss that one, but it's not to worry. 21 points to 10, the full-time score. Tries for Wynnum-Manly, 2 by Miles, 1 by David Green. Warren Green kicked 4 goals from 6 attempts, and Wally Lewis's field goal. 2 tries to Belcher for Southern Suburbs, and Meninga 1 goal from 3 attempts, Beavers none from 2. Canterbury man of the match.
I've given it to the hard-working Mal Green. He played well early in the match when things were tight and tough. There he is. That's what he'll be getting to. $200 worth of beautiful Canterbury gear, and he had a fine match, a real good forwards game, and he's a nice, tough customer. Fancies a tackle, but his attack tonight was rather good and rather solid as well.
And so there it is. Let's have a look at the statistics out of the match. Scrums ended up at 6-all, and the penalties narrowly Wynnum-Manly way by 11 to 10. A bit of kicking going on in the match. Wynnum 21 occasions, South 18. South missed 16 tackles tonight as opposed to Wynnum's 8. That tells the story. Wynnum lost the ball on 16 occasions and South's on 13. So a pretty happy group down there of Wynnum-Manly. And they've taken out the Winfield State League for 1984. Back with our NEC